All right, so let's verify this identity. Well, where to go, right? So, do you want to work the left or the right?
I don't care, they're the same thing pretty much.
Almost, yeah. Let's go ahead and work the left. So, look at what we have. We have one plus sign on bottom, and we need a cosine. So I'm thinking if I could make that 1 plus sign reminds me of the sine squared plus cosine squared equals 1, but it's not quite because it's not squared, right? But if I could make that into with the square somehow, if I could make that 1 minus sine squared, then I could change that to cosine squared, which might help me get that cosine on bottom. So if I take this 1 plus sign and I'll multiply it by its conjugate, which remember means the same pieces, different sign in the middle, then that's going to let that become the 1 minus sine squared that I'm going to need. But what we do to the bottom, we have to do to the top. So I'm just going to write out what we got. I'm going to put that cosine of x first, though, because it's single, and I always put my single terms first. So cosine of x times 1 over sine of x over 1 minus sine of x, 1 plus sine of x. So let's distribute in our numerator. Well, you know what? I'm going to wait on that because I think I see something. We said we're trying to make that bottom become cosine, right? But I know that the 1 minus sine squared is going to give me cosine squared. And I think if I keep that cosine in front, it may cancel. But if I didn't see that, I could have distributed it. And then I'd have just had to factor it out. And so we're going to do a lot of do something and then maybe have to undo it as we're going through identities. It's just the nature of it. All right, so let's just leave the top as it is for now. Over, and I'm going to do FOIL on the bottom here, or distribute them. So I got 1 plus sine minus sine minus sine squared. So my numerator is going to stay the same. And I'm going to combine like terms on bottom. So my signs will cancel. Which gives us our 1 minus sine squared, which is what we wanted. Because since we know that sine squared plus cosine squared equals 1, we want 1 and sine squared to be on the same side, and we want 1 to be positive.
Do you have all these memorized?
No, I don't.
Are you just looking at papers?
No, I know this one.
I wish I might just think that.
The more you practice it, the better you will get at these, okay? But these are just going to take practice, and it's new to y'all, so it makes it extra hard. Alright, so what I just saw there is that my 1 minus sine squared, which is what I've got right here, is equal to cosine squared, isn't it? So keep my numerator still the same. Oops, I forgot my x on my cosine. And I'm going to switch that 1 minus sine squared to now be cosine squared.
Are we done?
No, we're not done yet because it doesn't look like the other side, but it's close, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, can't you just, like...
All right.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes, that's exactly what we're about to do. All right, so what I had on bottom, I'm just rewriting it. And then you said we could take out a cosine. So I'm going to take a cosine out of the top and one of them out of the bottom. So that leaves me with 1 minus sine of x over cosine of x. And isn't that what we were after?
Okay, so do you always have to make them like equal?
Yes, they have to be equal. It has to be the same exact thing.